If it moves, tax it. If it doesn't move, tax that too. And if it provides an essential life-saving service like giving people the ability to cook or warm themselves in the winter, then really, really tax that. Today I'll show you what I think the Liberals have in store for those of you who have a wood-burning fireplace. From time to time here at The Rebel, we like to poke around on the government procurement and tenders website. You see, the sort of contracts the government is looking to fill and studies the government is looking to do, well, those are usually a pretty good predictor of what sorts of things are coming down the pipe at us Canadians, thrown at us by Justin Trudeau and his Liberals. And Catherine McKenna's Environment Ministry, lo and behold, is looking to study your wood-burning fireplace. This is right from the Government of Canada's procurement page. The ministry is looking for someone or a business to develop a quantitative analysis of the proportions of firewood used for residential heating that come from different land uses, including forest producer associations on private lands, forest producers on public forests, woodlot owners, farmers, maple syrup producers, professional arborists, and commercial retail suppliers. Now, the government would also like to develop a quantitative analysis of the methods used in the harvest of firewood and the proportions of firewood that are harvested by using different approaches. Now, the only reason the government would want to know who is using firewood for home heating and where those people are getting their firewood is to find a way to identify and then catch that transaction or the harvest itself in some sort of upcoming carbon tax. While Catherine McKenna generally does embarrassing things in public, like today, she's aligning herself with the resistance governors on some sort of Trump trolling pro-Paris Accord climate plan in the middle of NAFTA renegotiations. We should really be concerned about the things the Environment Ministry is doing in the background, quietly and sneakily. And in this instance, McKenna's ministry is thinking about making it more expensive for people to save their own lives in a Canadian winter. But McKenna's firewood idea, well, it's kind of unoriginal. 2 Canadian cities have already moved to ban wood as a home heating fuel. Metro Vancouver is looking to ban wood burning during the summer months by 2020. It's part of a larger ban on wood burning, though, through the bureaucratic prohibition of inflicting these stupid rules and hoops for people to jump through. The proposals get even crazier from that 2020 summer ban. By 2022, the city of Vancouver would also like residents to register their fireplaces and meet some sort of, quote, modern emission standards. And by 2025, if residents haven't registered their fireplace with the government in Vancouver, they will not be allowed to burn wood at all, no matter what. And if you thought Vancouver's proposed rules are onerous and insane, well, here comes the city of Vancouver to say, hold my Chardonnay. Montreal is looking to ban wood-burning appliances altogether by 2020. And this isn't just a war on new installations of wood-burning appliances. Montreal, well, they've already had that bad law in place since 2009. The city of Montreal is requiring 50,000 people with fireplaces to remove them by 2020 or face serious fines. Now, winter blizzards and ice storms, they're a real possibility in like almost all of Canada. It's summer here in Alberta and it's been snowing for 3 days. In January 2014, an ice storm hit parts of Ontario that knocked the power out for up to 3 days in some areas. Last March, a blizzard hammered Manitoba, putting power out for a few days in many areas. If you don't have power, your furnace fan doesn't run, which means despite having a natural gas furnace, you'll still have no heat. If people want a fireplace as a backup plan to avoid death, leave them alone. Now, you'll hear a lot from the left that eliminating wood-burning fireplaces is about eliminating particulates from the air. But in the case of progressive Vancouver and Montreal, I'm not about to take lessons in fighting pollution from 2 cities who routinely dump raw human sewage into their oceans and waterways. Besides, we all know a ban on fireplaces, or even this latest study on who has a fireplace and how they're getting their hands on all that firewood, well, it doesn't have anything to do with fighting climate change or global warming or particulates, or whatever. It's about money, your money. These greedy liberals just want to catch you coming and going. The liberals say they're bringing in a carbon tax to make you change your carbon use habits. Like that's even a possible thing to do in a country as large as ours, where it snows in the summer. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. When you do try to make some lifestyle changes to avoid paying the carbon tax, like getting a fireplace, the liberals will find a way to charge you for your efforts to save money. This is Canada and no one escapes untaxed, but these liberals will pry my fireplace from my cold, dead hands. Cold because I can't afford to heat my house, and dead because I froze to death. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. These liberals have some absolutely crazy priorities, like making it too expensive to heat your home in a country where it is winter half the year. But the liberals also treat fake refugees better than they treat Canadian veterans. To sign my petition calling on the government to treat our veterans at least as well as they treat these fake refugees, sign my petition at 50,000.ca.